Hello guys, Rawbat1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video we are going to be talking about what happened at Worlds, and basically having a look at the Worlds winning deck profile that Wang Qing took to Worlds and was able to win with it. Now, before we look at the deck profile, I want to talk about what essentially happened at Worlds. Now, the end of Worlds, the finals, what happened there, Game 1, Altergeist won. Well, actually, before I say anything else, go watch the stream. Go watch the stream now. Go check it out. It's an amazing stream. Like, the match was actually really good, really intense, and it's really worth the time to watch it. So before I go any further, go watch that stream. Go watch that final Duel of Worlds, because you're going to need to see that to understand what this video is about. But yeah, guys, once you've seen that, come back here and watch it. So, oh wait. Oh, hello, you're back. But yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about what happened at Worlds and what deck won Worlds. So we got the deck. I've got the deck profile here as well. You guys are going to be seeing that in a second. But we're going to basically talk about what happened. Now, what happened at World was Wang Qing and Bodum was able to get to the finals of Worlds. Game 1, Altergeist won, as you know. Game 2, Inspector Border won that game. And then Game 3 was the most intense and insane game for Worlds you would ever see. Like, you would never expect what happened in that duel to happen in this game. Lullaby of Obediences, Cyber Dragons, Eater of Millions, everything went into so much power. And Bodum, and just because it hit time, Bodum lost that duel. But in general, that game was just insane, powerful, and was just intense in general. But yeah, guys, let's get into the deck profile of Wang, because I want to talk about what he teched in and what he did. So, this is the deck profile he used. This is the main deck. We've also got the extra deck and the side deck that I want to talk about as well. But let's get into the main deck. Now, he played 3 Candina. This is the Stratos. I'm not going to go into it. He played 2 Lycaris because it was a 2. 1 Lilybell because it's a Lilybell. He played a ton of hand traps. He played 2 Ash, 3 Yoga, 2 Droll, 3 Reaper, 2 Ghost Bell, and 2 Veiler. Obviously, this was a deck to beat Goki. This deck played so many hand traps to be able to deal with Goki and any problems that they could make, and because of that, it was able to get to this point, I believe. Being able to get past Goki, being able to get past everything else, and just get to this point in the finals. And it was also playing 3 Impermanence, which is basically 5 effect Veiler in its deck. So it was obviously built to beat Goki. And that's one of the things that happened as well. He also played 3 Eater of Millions, which was very key for Wang to win Worlds. Like, if he wasn't playing Eater of Millions, I don't think he would have gotten as far as he did. Eater of Millions has put in so much work in that final match, being able to deal with the Meliseek, being able to deal with everything else. And honestly, if he didn't have that Eater of Millions in hand, I think Bodum would have actually won Worlds, and Wang would have lost. Like, Wang would have straight up lost. The Australians would have the World Championship to them, and we would not, and they would have it right now. But because of it, Eater of Millions, he was able to take the finals, and that is one of the powerful things about Eater of Millions that really did something. He also played 1 Cyber Dragon, which, oh my god, the Cyber Dragon. The Cyber Dragon was insane. Being able to just do that summon Cyber Dragon, have it Ryo negate the Cyber Dragon, then summon, next turn he just passed. Like, he literally bricked that game. He just had to pass after summoning Cyber Dragon because of he had Thunder King Ryo. And Thunder King Ryo being able to tribute away the Cyber itself to get rid of the Cyber Dragon really did something. And then Bodum just goes ahead and Lullaby of Obedience is it. So that was really insane to just see this Cyber Dragon in his deck. Now, he also played 2 Pot of Desires, which were obviously from consistency. Same as the 1 Terraforming and the 3 Light stage. He played 2 Scapegoat. I believe that was limited on the Worlds list, so it makes sense for 2 Scapegoat. Same with the 1 Reincarnation, 1 on the Worlds list. It was going to happen. Already said about the 3 Impermanences. He built it to be Goki. Warning, Judgment, Strikes. I assume he wanted to play a Solemn package, because it's the Solemn package is able to deal with cards like decks such as Goki in general. It's able to deal with decks like Altergeist. It's able to deal with the Sky Strikers in a way, being able to negate the summon of a Kagari or a Shizuku through a Ray. And it's just able to do stuff like that, which I feel like is why he played the Solemn Brigade. And he also played 3 Gozen match. Now, I believe he played the 3 Gozen match to sort of be able to counter against decks like Sky Striker to stop them from summoning Kagari and Rei and Shizuku when they summoned a Rei, or to be able to counter every deck such as Goki as well, and be able to counter Altergeist, because Gozen Match actually did put in work against Bodum game 1, so it does make sense for this to be in the deck, because it's able to counter all 3 decks that this deck would have had to go against. So it did make sense I feel like it was a smart choice by Wang to actually play this card at 3. So this made a lot of sense when I saw this. For his extra deck, he was playing Holy Angel, it's Trickstars, Utopia Package because of it gets over every big monster in the game, a Link Spider because it's Scapegoat, same with the Link Haribo. He was also playing a Cerberus to pop the special summon monsters, which makes sense, Goblin for those additional summons, Phoenix to pop back row, Unicorn to just shuffle away anything, a triple burst Dragon, I believe. I think he was probably playing this to deal with like Meliseek and stuff, because Meliseek activates during the battle phase, and I think this can negate during the battle phase. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what this card does. He also played an Ningirsu, which was interesting. I didn't expect to see an Ningirsu in his extra deck. I don't know how often he used this during the World stream, because I didn't watch the whole stream. I just watched the finals and the Dragon Duel finals, which honestly wasn't worth watching personally, but this was actually looks interesting to me. And he played the Mrs. Radiant for the Scapegoat. Now, something I really like is that he played one Chimera Tech, and that's why he was maining the Cyber Dragon. Now, as soon as I saw the Chimera Tech in his side deck, I was thinking, this is great. Like, this guy personally decided to main one Cyber Dragon and put Chimera Tech in his extra deck. Now, this is probably one of the other choices that got him so far. Now, think about it. You get extra linked against Goki. You get extra linked, you summon a Cyber Dragon, and then you just get rid of the extra link monsters. What does your opponent do at that point? What do they do? Like, they can't do anything because the Chimera Tech has just sucked them up, and now you've got a 24 beat stick where your opponent has 2 extra monster zones, and he's most likely already used the Firewall, he can't use the Tri-Gate effect, so he's actually got nothing to stop you from going any further. And majority of the time, they might not even have a Phoenix, so you can just start beating into every one of the Link monsters to be able to get to a point where you can beat them. So Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon was a really good choice in my opinion. Isolde was just for a Reaper target, same with Kagari, so those were in there for those reasons. It's very obvious for them to be in there. Like, I really do like how Wang built this deck. It's a very innovative deck for a pure Sky Striker deck, and it's really cool to see how this deck went and won Worlds. So it's really cool to actually know what he was playing and how he was doing it. And for the side deck, which really put in a lot of work for him, was 1 Effect Veiler, 3 Inspector Border, which I think this card is the reason he won Worlds, because without this card, I don't think he would have gone as far as he did. Well, he wouldn't have won Worlds. Like, when he dueled Altergeist, when he dueled Bodum, if he did not have Inspector Border, he would have straight up lost game 2. He would have straight up lost, he wouldn't have been able to play, and even Bodum using Lullaby of Obedience game 2 to attempt to get the other one of his Inspector Borders, because of Pot of Desires banished the 2, if Bodum was able to take that, he would have won. Bodum would have straight up won, and right now, Altergeist would be the winning deck of Worlds. But because of Inspector Border, this deck won Worlds. This is the reason why he won Game 2. Just being able to beat the opponent down, and just being able to get to a point where they can't do anything. But yeah, he also played 1 Cyber Dragon, which was kind of in Game 3, a little went towards his downfall a bit, but he was able to bring it back with Mind Control, which he's siding at 2, and he was able to just take it back, and then just banish it with Eater of Millions, and then just go for game from there, banishing his entire extra deck and the Cyber Dragon to be able to just go so much further. And he was also playing 1 Shared Ride. I don't know why he played Shared Ride, it doesn't make sense to me, but fair enough. He's also playing 1 Book of Moon, which I think he's playing Book of Moon because it's a link stopper. Being able to just side this card in and set one of the Goki monsters or warrior monsters that you need to be able to get to the point of link summoning everything, or just being able to set an MX Saber Invoker to stop them from going further, really does make sense to me, so that's why I feel like he was playing Book of Moon. Too Heavy Storm Duster, that was for like Autogeist and stuff, obviously. Imperial Order for any spell-based deck, Sky Strikers, Mirror Match, stuff like that. Needle Sealing, this is another interesting card. I don't know if this was actually used, but it looks very useful. By the reason, I feel like this card is actually very useful in his deck. Being able to just flip this against a Goku player could actually do a lot of damage, so I can understand why this is in his deck. And then 2 Evenly Matched to end it off. But now, that's the deck. Now, this deck single-handedly won Worlds, so we all know it's somewhat decent, and we all know Trickstars are going to end up getting hit because of this. But honestly, guys, from looking at this list, and from looking at how he won Worlds, and what he did at Worlds, and how that final game went, he did think about everything. Like, he thought about Goki, he thought about Autogeist, he thought about Mirrors, he thought about Sky Striker in general. Like, he thought how to counter every deck in this format and in Worlds, and he single-handedly did it because of that. He took the initiative to think about these plays, think about how he could beat them, and how he did it. And through that, he was able to become the world champion. So, Wang, you did very well becoming the world champion. You taking this deck and going all the way to the finals, all the way to the top of the world with Yu-Gi-Oh! You are the world champion, and I'm not going to complain about that for a second, because you took the initiative, you decided to play pure Trickstars, you decided to play these cards that say that you win the game, and played just generally well. Like, this is what is good. Like, this deck is amazing, and I feel like you deserved to win Worlds because of this. But guys, what do you personally think of what happened at Worlds? Do you think what happened at Worlds was a bull crap? Do you think the Autogeist player should have won? Do you think because he won because of time, he doesn't deserve it? What do you guys personally think? I personally think that Wang deserved to win Worlds. Like, I wanted Autogeist to win, but seeing this deck, seeing what happened at Worlds, and seeing how he did it, really does make sense. Like, using Eater of Millions, using Cyber Dragons, using Gozen Match, like, I don't think a lot of people would have done this, and I don't think it would have happened if this wasn't going on. So, yeah, guys, I personally feel like he deserved the win. I personally feel like he did really well. And, yeah, guys, what do you personally think? Tell me all of that in the comment section below, because I want to hear your opinion, and I want to hear what you thought of Worlds. But guys, don't forget, press the like button if you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this. Press the subscribe button if you want to see more future content in your subscription box from me. And if you want to be notified of any streams or anything like that I do, don't forget to press the notification button to be notified of any streams and anything like that. But yeah, guys, congratulations to Wang, congratulations to Bodum for coming second, and everyone who came after him as well. You got to Worlds, that's a good achievement in general. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Tell me what you thought in the comment section below again, and yeah, congratulations Wang, you won Worlds. It was a great event. Later guys, Robot1, signing out.